name is Vincent Monda. Currently, I hold the position of Operations Manager of Tender Care Junior Academy. I've held other positions in the past. I've served as a deputy head in charge of administration for close to 6 years. I've also served as a head teacher for 3 years. I'm passionate about children. If there is one thing that brings me joy is to work with children. Even in my position now as the operations manager, I make it a point to ensure that I interact with the children one-on-one on a daily basis. In actual fact, I teach one of the classes. I oversee those 3 areas: transport, catering, and estate management or sanitation. And to start with the transport department, as a school we run a fleet of 16 buses. We cover a very wide area. We cover all the Komarok estates. We cover Saika, we cover Buruburu, we cover Choka, we cover Donom, we cover Miango, all those, as far as the transport is concerned. Our transport schedule begins as early as 4 a.m. and ends at around 6:30 or 7 p.m., depending on the traffic. We pick our first learners about 5 a.m. in the morning. We do 3 shifts in the morning, between 5 to 6, and then 6 to 7, and 7 to 8. In the afternoon and evening, we also do 3, from 2:30 p.m. to around 3:30 when we begin the second one. And the last one starts at 5. It ends about 7 p.m. We have a transport manager who is in charge of ensuring that all vehicles are roadworthy, all vehicles are properly manned by competent and qualified drivers, as well as transport assistants. Our transport assistants are the equivalent of conductors in the public sector. These are people we train in ensuring that our children board and alight from the buses the right way, that they are comfortably seated in the buses, and that they maintain order in the buses, as well as also adhere to our language policy, because we do have a language policy as a school. So our transport assistants carry out that duty. The work of the driver is to ensure that the vehicles are ready in terms of being fueled, in terms of checking all the required documents are in place, and so on, and making sure that there's safe driving. We insist on safe driving. So that's basically what happens in our transport department. About a year ago, the school made the matter of school lunch compulsory. And therefore, we feed all the learners in the school, as well as the staff members. That is done by our catering department. We have a head chef who is in charge of that department, and below him are a number of chefs who work with him, 4 in particular. We operate 2 kitchens. One is based at the Komarok School, which is our main school, and we have another kitchen in our Umoja School. But both of them are under the direct supervision of the head chef. His name is Simon Mutua. We are very particular on our sources of supplies, given that we are feeding about 2,000 learners. This is quite a big number should anything go wrong. So we are very keen on that. We ensure that we get our supplies actually from the shambas where possible, like cabbages, like sukuma wiki. One of our directors actually has a shamba that supplies us with very fresh vegetables. We source for our own meat, so we are certain what kind of meat we're buying and the quality of the meat. Meat is very sensitive. That's why we go out of our way to make that happen. Other supplies like maize flour, wheat flour are things that we source from majorly Isli, the shops in Isli, because we know that their stocks do not take too long to move out of their shops. We are not likely to buy stuff that has been on the shelves for too long. Yeah, so we check that on a daily basis. We also ensure that we do not overpurchase. We stock once per month so that we keep things fresh. We do not stock for all term. We stock for once a month so that we keep things fresh. Let me take this opportunity to mention that even before COVID-19 struck, I think in a sense our school was kind of planning for this kind of eventuality. We have had hand washing stations all through. Of course, we have upgraded them. We have increased the number of hand washing stations, but these are things that we used to do. We are glad that we have taught our learners to observe that particular COVID-19 protocol of washing hands regularly by providing water, soap, and ensuring that the space is free of any other activity when the learners want to wash their hands. So we've done that in all our schools. We do not have any school that has got less than 10 taps per one hand washing station. And we are not experiencing congestion in that respect. I've seen much of the growth of tender care, and it gives me great joy to be part of that growth. I've seen this school grow from being housed in a residential house somewhere in Sector 1, where we had more than 350 people, so learners, congested in about 7 or so rooms, to the current very modern premise where we have. I've seen this school acquire other schools like the former By Grace, which we currently call our Phase 4 campus. I've seen this school acquire the Umoja School. So that gives me joy to be part of that growth. I personally have also grown together with the school. My children have gone through this school. One is at the University of Nairobi, the other one is at Mary Hill Girls. She's a candidate right now. My last born is also in this school. He's in grade 4. So I'm part of that growth and I'm happy. Yeah. Going forward, I think there is a lot Tender Care Junior Academy can achieve. We've been pace setters in many respects. And I think we shall continue to do so. I think the plans are underway to start a junior secondary school in line with the CBC requirement. And God willing, we can go beyond that and start perhaps a senior secondary school. Once or twice I've heard the director mention going all the way up to starting a university. In the last 5 years, we've been running a teacher training college for ECD. I'm the coordinator of that college. Many of the students who have gone through that college are actually now employees in Tender Care Junior Academy. I think about 10 of them are current employees. So we may not be making anything out of that college, but we offer the school an employment database where they can get their staff, especially as ECD teachers. Yeah, and that is also something that we also need to think about. It's been a certificate course. We could possibly start a diploma course because the ministry is phasing out the certificate courses. So that is something that we are also working on.